What's good, YouTube? It's your man BG Tech Life, and we're at the very end of 2023. So we got to get into the end of the year review for the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5. Now, I just want to let y'all know, guys, this is the one I was wrong about this year, and let me explain why. Okay, YouTube, got the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5 here. You guys know I had this device since it dropped, and I thought a lot about this device prior to it dropping because I really like the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4. Galaxy Z Flip 4 had a lot to offer as far as just comfortability in hand, and it was a pretty good performer. Snapdragon always shows up for Samsung, so when I saw that the Z Flip 5 had a big outside screen display and the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, I really thought that this would be the first flip that didn't have really caveats of a flip, and I could recommend over a normal slab of glass phone. Now, I was wrong about that, but before we get into that, they did do a lot right with the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5. I love the cover display. The cover display actually made me a cover display user this year. I've had the Z Flip 3 and the Z Flip 4. Never really toyed with the cover display at all. Now I do a lot of playing around, notification checking, and just seeing what I could do on the cover display. You can go ahead and follow me on Twitter or Instagram, BG_TechLife. You'll even see the cover display videos that I got playing different games on the cover display just for fun. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and get subscribed. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 also did not come to play. This device can handle a load. Anything that you need to do as far as gaming, or you want to actually do some video editing on this device, it's really good with dealing with video, gaming, anything performance oriented, because it has a really good processor. But to want this phone, you have to want a flip first. This is the best flip of 2023. I say that one thing for sure, two things for certain. This is the only flip that I've really seen with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. So in my eyes, because I love processors and I love computing power, that just puts it to the front for me. But as far as comparing it to a regular slab of glass, the cameras, yes, it's a lot to be said when it comes to the cameras on this device, because you can play with the cameras. You can use the rear cameras as a selfie camera because you got a big cover display that you could use as a viewfinder, and you could get a lot of different photos and videos at different angles because of flex mode. But at the same time, it's got dual 12 megapixel shooters, one wide, one ultra wide, and it's just not enough. For a $1,000 smartphone in 2023 to be competing with the Pixel 8 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro, and then there's other Samsung devices like the S23 or the S23 Ultra, it's just not enough, guys. You can take some okay pictures, you can get some okay video, but I just feel like most people that step to the smartphones and want to spend above $1,000, they want cameras that's comparable. You have to really be concentrated on wanting the compact flip. So the camera is definitely one of the caveats. And also another one of the caveats is just the battery life. The battery life on this device, because of how it's got to be engineered, because it's a device that flips in half and they can't put that much battery in here because this is a very thin device with not a lot of space, the battery life was not there. It's okay, but comparable to $1,000 slab of glass phones, it's just not competing. So you have to want to flip first. At the beginning of the year, I thought this device was going to come out and have everything that a slab of glass device at $1,000 offered, but it didn't. It has a definite cool factor to it, but it's still a lot of caveats dealing with this device. So anybody, I will say this is the best flip, and anybody that wants a flip, you have to want a foldable when you step up to this device. You can't say, I want a great camera and battery life, and buy a flip. You're not gonna be satisfied. I thought that this year was gonna be the year that Samsung used some type of black magic on the Galaxy Z Flip, and it was gonna be better. It was gonna be a phone that I could recommend over other slab of glass phones. But for people that want flips, this is still a really cool device that can do a lot of really cool things, and it does offer that performance. It offers a nice build, and it offers a good 1080 display. But anybody that wants a Z Flip, you're gonna have to want it because it's a flip before anything. If you want cameras, if you want battery life, you definitely don't want to step up to a flip because it's going to be a letdown. So we'll see in the future what Samsung is able to do, if they're able to make a bigger flip with a better battery and better shooters. Now, if they come out with some better camera sensors, and if they come out with maybe a bigger Flip Ultra that has better batteries, we will have to revisit this whole conversation. But for now, as it sits, this is just a cool device. If you want a device that flips with a big cover display, you want that wow factor, the Z Flip is for you. If you want cameras, if you want battery life, the Z Flip, I would definitely pass on it. But it's your boy BG Tech Life. I was wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. But don't get it messed up. This is the best flip that's out, but it's not crushing any $1,000 slab of glass phones in some of the most important categories. I'm out. Peace.